The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Well, Damian Lillard will be on display tonight, and he's one of the most fearless scorers in the entire league. Kenny, what area do you see for Lillard to grow, take his team to the next level?
Well, I think he's such a great scorer that can't just be the only emphasis. I think when he is able to distribute as well as he's able to score, that takes a lot of focus in a lot of different directions.
You know, in order for him to be the player that everyone wants him to be, he needs to work on his defense. He still has a lot of work in that area. But he can be a streaky shooter at times. But when it's clutch time, you get him the ball, he will make the shot.
That'll do it for us right now. Kevin Harlan standing by with the call, and we will see you later.
At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 12, TJ Warren. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'6", number 1, Devin Booker. A 6'1" guard from Kentucky, number 2, Eric Bledsoe. The head coach of your home team. Let's hear it for your Phoenix Suns.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Last outing for Phoenix, they won that game against the Dallas Mavericks. And they showed a lot of heart in that one, getting down early, but put together a terrific run to solve it away in the end.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. Bledsoe kicks to left. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
But what a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
And the basket by Lillard.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you a problem.
Bledsoe kicks to Booker. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Poked away. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. A nice shot by Booker.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. From 10 feet out. And good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Leonard sets a screen for Lillard. Here's Aminu, and another 3 for Portland.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to McCollum. Here's Aminu. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And they are cooking, on fire right now, really flowing well.
Stolen by Bledsoe. And now the Suns, a fast break. Bledsoe's running. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 7 points.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Now Booker, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Warren, the pass to Len. Tries from 10. Again, Phoenix. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard, right side. Here's Plumlee. Here's McCollum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 5 points in the game.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 28 points in the win against New Orleans. Plumlee, shot's good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
It's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. Here's Lillard after Eric Bledsoe's score. Kicks it to McCollum. Takes a 3. Len grabs the board.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for Phoenix?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Ed Davis has checked in for Mason Plumlee.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Bledsoe dishes the lane. Teletovic in the post. Davis is there.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
6 on the shot clock, and the basket good. 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Again, Phoenix.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Phoenix leading by 6. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Terry Stotts. DB?
Kevin, I talked to him about the shot blocking they're certain to face in this matchup. He's certainly cognizant of it, and he told me this. If we can play a little more up-tempo and score before their bigs can recover, that will help. Also, So getting them on the move in the half court, whether with ball movement or screens, will also serve us well. Kevin, if they can execute, they'll have some success.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game up.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you got to have the strategy and the skill working together.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Well, I tell you what, it's easy to get spoiled watching this fella. I mean, he just makes it look so simple.
Knight kicks to Chandler, stolen by Henderson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break, and stolen by Knight. And Phoenix pushing it up now. A nice shot by Tucker.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
That's good. 8 points for Lillard.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Knight kicks to Chandler. Shoots from the baseline, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here is Knight. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Knight's got his first basket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And here is Knight. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Henderson passes to Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Lillard again missing. Here's Goodwin. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop, and
all right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns.
And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is.
Players do the policing. Coach set the standard.
Don't you need a player like this, of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? Have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room, because Chandler has got that covered.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Henderson, Allen Crabbe out there with McCollum. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Harkless in at the 4 slot.
And guys, with the Suns last year, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
And the Suns making a change here. Len's checked in, and Portland with a change here, too. Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Gerald Henderson.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Lure. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Steve Nash. Plumlee dishes to McCollum. Pass to Crabbe. The feed to McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots off the screen. Portland no good that time either. Portland did end up 4th in the West, as you said, Greg. You're talking about that, and their 31-21 in-conference record was the exact same as it was at the end part of the 2014 season.
Well, actually, Portland won more games in 2014 than they did last season. Ended up 4th in the conference, mostly because of how they won their division.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's Warren, the big dunk at the end of the break.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
They set the pick. McCollum kicks to Plumlee. Aminu up top. Plumlee, the pass to Aminu. Here's Crabbe. It's good from long range. Crabbe's got 5 points so far. Phoenix leading by 15. Passes it to Teletovic. Out to the right wing. Bledsoe kicks to Len. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Kept alive and good on the basket. Book it. 10 points for Mason Plumlee.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Good. And 11 points for Alex Len.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Crabbe dishes to McCollum. Plumlee with a screen on Bledsoe. McCollum passes to Crabbe. Fires from the wing. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Well, T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
Suns leading by 18. And Bledsoe, here we go. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
The 3 from McCollum looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Bledsoe, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony
Oh,
out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Phoenix. Portland also making some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Henderson comes in for Crabb. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for McCollum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Knight. And Portland making a change here. Harkless is checked in. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 5. And good on the basket. Book it. Suns leading by 17. Here's Knight. Feeds the land. Great D that time from Davis.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Davis setting the pick for Lillard. He dishes it to Aminu. Misses the three.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck for deep here. It's just not his night.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's Henderson, and that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you've got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
Pulls up on the elbow. Land with the block. They retain possession. Lillard with no one around. Again, the miss by Lillard. Suns leading by 20. Knight dishes the land. The pass to Goodwin. Feeds the land. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Land's got 13.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Aminu with it. Now defended by Warren. Henderson, no good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Alex Land. Lure comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Booker, he's checked in for Archie Goodwin. And it's Nash in for Brandon Knight.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Lure. Another three for Phoenix.
Playing smart offensively in the first half. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Nash's shot is in. Nash has got 6 points.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean,
so as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Suns on top, running away with this one. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Eric Bledsoe is having one of those nights. He had 14 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
On defense, they've been all over the place, especially when it comes time to protecting the rim. They struggle in a lot of areas, but they got to toughen up inside. It's a tough matchup for them right now, but that interior presence has to improve if they want to chip away at that deficit.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
What a stellar outing in this one for McCollum. He has 17 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Here's a Teletovic out there with Len. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Warren. And it's Booker in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 6 assists here tonight.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Len. By himself. And it's Warren with the jam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon.
McCollum kicks to Plumlee.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Plumlee hits them both. Phoenix has gone along perfectly from 3-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. Shots good by Bledsoe. Well, Phoenix did have a strong bench, best scoring bench in the NBA in terms, Clark, of points per minute play.
Yeah, and you know, it really helped them, that bench strength, keep the pace of the game up. They were 3rd in the league in fast break points last year.
That's good. Aminu's got 9.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Bledsoe kicks to Warren. To the paint. And it's Len. That time on the assist by Warren. 15 points for Alex Len.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Here's Leonard. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And when Bledsoe gets turned up, it's hard to turn him down.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Pulls up. Lillard misses.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
A nice shot by Booker.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Count the bucket. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And the shot is good. And that's 20 points for Eric Bledsoe.
What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
3-pointer Lillard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Teletovic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Booker the pass to Bledsoe. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Lillard attacking. Misses from close range.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it. The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots. Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
They get it again. Len with the block. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. So for the Suns, P.J. Tucker comes in for Warren. And it's Brandon Knight in for Booker. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Krabs checked in, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Len. John Lure comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Archie Goodwin in for Eric Bledsoe. Portland also making some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Harkless comes in for Myers Leonard. And it's Henderson for Damian Lillard. And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed a big contract coming into the season. And now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role. And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Crab kicks to Davis. Davis with a screen on Knight. In the corner, Henderson with it. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And the basket by McCollum.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty, and he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far. Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint. Really at both ends of the floor.
Crab kicks to Henderson. Davis sets a screen. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Davis with a screen on Knight. Pulls up on the wing. Henderson, no good.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
McCollum dishes to Davis. Portland moving the ball around. Clock at 6. The 3. Henderson, no good. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 5th, Tyson Chandler.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Nash is checked in for Goodwin. And Portland with a change here, too. Roberts is checked in for McCollum. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Brandon Knight. Last year, getting it done. Last season put up about 17 points per, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Phoenix has gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. So Nash will go to the free throw line. It goes on Ed Davis. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
A nice shot by Nash.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Fires the three. Shot by Roberts, no good. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Portland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Davis, the pass to Harkless. Here's Crabb. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Crabb's got his 3rd basket of the night. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. And Lure kicks it to Tucker. Lure dishes to Nash. Outside Knight, shoots, and there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. And Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist by Nash. Nash has got his 3rd assist on the night. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here.
And now, your Suns dancers.
Time now for an injury report.
Kevin, I briefly chatted with the head athletic trainer for the Portland Trailblazers. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best, as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
On the floor for Portland, Harkless is out there with Alexander. Then there's Chris King. Then it's Damian Lillard.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Jenkins throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Booker pulls it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Nash with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Nash with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. Goodwin's checked in for Phoenix. And a switch here also for Portland. Roberts checked in.
And Chris Kaman, guys, signing with the Blazers last season, he's had big contracts before, but told his agent, hey, let's focus on getting a winning situation.
Knocked away and stolen by Nash. Here's Tucker. Now that's how you finish the break. Throw down with force.
Beautiful pass by Steve Nash.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. That's tipped. And pushing it up is Phoenix. Suns again in transition. A nice shot by Booker.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Nash outside.
And in the past, the NBA had the All-Star break for just an extended weekend. Last year, they gave the players a full week off. It seemed to be received positively by everyone.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Roberts. And yep, a couple bounces and it falls. The All-Star break in 2015 was just a bit over a week. Those extra days, Clark, for most players, really rested some guys up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a nice move. You play those 82 games, you need more than just a few days break during the middle part of the season. So I like that move a lot. Good. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Nash kicks to Booker. Down low. And it's Goodwin. That time on the assist by Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one. And Nash with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Booker.
And it looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Phoenix making some changes. Lenz checked in for Chandler. And Mirza Teletovic subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Portland. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And now the fast break. Nash with the ball.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
And Portland making a change here. Perhaps checked in. Here's Roberts, defended by Nash. And it's Aminu in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A nice shot by Roberts. Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. It's Nash with the drive. The shot by Len, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. And that's now 17 points for Alex Len. And pushing it up is Phoenix. Suns again in transition. A nice shot by Booker.
I'll tell you what, guys, they are really winning the turnover battle right now. I mean, not in the turnovers themselves, but the points they're getting off the turnovers.
And you know what? That's always key, in part because they're forcing live ball turnovers, and that's a big advantage that gets you in transition, and that's what they've been able to do here so far.
Count that one. And that's now 27 points for Steve Nash.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Stolen by Len. And again, Steve Nash. Nash has got 29.
When you keep turning it over like they have, you give your opponent the chance to get out and run on you.
And it's come back to bite them so often here today.
Len, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Will it go? And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Some changes for Phoenix. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Len. Lure comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Booker. Good!
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Fades back. Out to Nash. Back to Chandler. And it's sent back by Kaman.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Nash. He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
Here's Lure, and it's sent back by Kaman. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Roberts. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nash. No good there. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations on the win, Brandon. And what did you guys do well tonight that helped contribute to your success?
We just stayed focused. Today we were able to continue to, try to stick to our game plan, get stops, and, just continue to crash the boards. We were able to stay true to what we practice and, what we believe in.
It all came together for you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan player of the game? He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
He played the point with absolute precision tonight. 16 assists. Not an easy number to come by. You've got to be completely focused on the task at hand on every single possession. And he had everybody in sync at all times. That was a beautiful performance.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.